Okay, so we have multiple breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is April 10, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up. Once again, thank you so much for your support. So we're going to start with this one here. The Bear Air Defense fires a mysterious object in the sky, sparking speculation. So we're going to see what's going on in this news. We have more information coming out. Persian is getting nervous. Aircraft carrier Vincent, with its air wing consisting of F-35C Lightning, works alongside the Truman in the US Central Command Area of Responsibility. The US also has B-2 bombers in the region. Centcom is putting out an urgent alert. This is a big breaking news. Big breaking news. Centcom has confirmed the arrival of Vincent and Truman. Once again, they both working together on this one here, guys. Time is running out for Iran. Time is running out. I just posted a video not too long ago about Iran, so things about to hit the fan pretty soon. Donald said that he might use military force, basically sleeping giant soldiers. So we're gonna see what's going on with all this here, guys. Centcom is really putting out the information. Guys, before I start, I just want to ask many of you to please pray for the people, the families and friends that lost their loved ones. There was a event that took place in New York, and it was a helicopter, and I seen the video multiple times. It seems like the bird kind of ripped in the air. The tail was on one side, and the nose went down. And again, there were 6. And my condolences and prayers to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. I was watching the mayor, New York Mayor Adam, giving the updates. Please pray for the family if you can. Another incident took place today, and I did talk about this over my last video. But there was another incident in D.C. There were 2 American Airlines wings, and everybody is safe. But one of the bird, there were some very important political individuals in there. So we need to pray for a lot of people that's on board. We need to pray for them. It's really disturbing the time that we are living. This trending of the birds in the sky that's being impacted. I'm using metaphor, guys. So again, please pray for them. All right, let's go to the news. Once again, we are definitely seeing these nation against nation rising. Once again, Persia about to get hammered. Second aircraft, Vincent strike group has reached the Mid-East. Once again, U.S. and the Holy Land preparing for massive strikes to destroy Persia nuclear facility and ballistic site. Oh, look out. Now, Russia came out a few days ago. They say they're not going to get involved. Russia is not going to get involved. They're not going to get involved in this biblical war. Here's another picture. Once again, this is the Vincent aircraft carrier. Buckle up, folks. Buckle up. Nation against nations, kingdom against kingdom is really building up. Here's another news. U.S. goes after Persia oil ghost ships. We're going to get to all this here, guys. And you got some more nation against nation. You got the Holy Land and Turkey rush to avoid Syria collision. All right. So we're gonna start. Let's start with Russia. So they were firing something in the sky. There was something out there in the sky, and I watched the video, and they couldn't hit this thing. This thing is just is going slow, and then I see all these missile defense like missile trying to hit it, and they missed every single. I mean, it was maybe like 20 or 30 that was launched towards it, and they all missed. I don't know if it was some invisible flying object, but yeah, that was crazy. The Bear Air Defense fires at mystery object in sky, sparking speculation. This information is coming out today, April 10th, 2025. Please share the video. Guys, make sure you check out the video I posted today. I'm going to leave all the links in the comments box. And if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will bring you all the latest news of nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Thank you so much for tuning in. Conflicting reports have emerged from the Bear regarding the targets of an overnight air defense operation in Moscow region. It says here, the Bear state-run news agency RT reported Thursday that air defenses targeted helicopter drones, claiming this marked the first attempted use of such drone to strike the Bear capital during the conflict. However, several of the Bear Telegram channels suggested that the Bear air defenses may have mistakenly targeted one of their own military. Oh, no way. Oh, wow. No wonder it was going slow. I did watch the video, and they were trying to hit their own helicopter. Yeah, just imagine the pilot. Hey, what are you doing? Trying to hit me? Once again, the Bear Telegram channel suggested that the Bear air defenses may have mistakenly targeted one of their own military helicopters. That's not good. So, if the Bear targeted one of its own military helicopters, it would serve as an embarrassment. Yep. To the Bear Air Force, which has suffered extensive aviation losses throughout the biblical war in Ukraine, with a large number of them being self-inflicted. It would be a huge embarrassment, but yeah, it's just not good. That's why you need proper training, again, military training and stuff like that. So it even happened here too. I mean, the Black Hawk helicopter, you guys know what happened in DC. That was another issue there. All right, so General Christopher, the head of the U.S. European Command, told American lawmakers that by April 2024, the Bear had lost around 10% of its aircraft fleet since Vladimir launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. So, the nighttime footage of the Bear air defense in action in Moscow was shared on Telegram by many prominent channels, including AP, which is linked to the Wagner Group, a Bear paramilitary outfit. In the Moscow region, a helicopter was accidentally confused with a Ukrainian drone and anti-aircraft guns fired on it. So they failed to take it down. Good luck, the channel said. It's a helicopter. I'm going to skip that. An eyewitness could be heard saying in a video shared by a certain channel. All right, so it did miss. I mean, it was going really slow, and I'm like, what is that thing? So I was not aware that it was a helicopter. I mean, because it was like a red color. It was like a red light, but it was nighttime. Actually, no, it wasn't red. It was like a white light, just going really slow. But the missile that were fired was red, and so it was trying to hit it, but yeah, it just, good thing it didn't hit it. But again, it was just not that great, put it like that. If it was an enemy drone and they were missing all them shots, it'd just be terrible. It says here, meanwhile, the Bear Telegram channel military informant said a Ukrainian drone which resembles a helicopter was destroyed by air defense system and in Moscow. Now, the device in the footage resembles a helicopter due to contour lights, which raises question, it said. Now, RT claimed Ukraine used a helicopter drone to strike Moscow. There's a possibility maybe Ukraine might have tried to blind or deceive the bear, which might have worked. They probably have drones that look like they're helicopters. They probably played them. RT claimed that Ukraine used a helicopter drone to strike Moscow. The Bear Telegram channel, MASH, also suggested that Ukraine had deployed a helicopter-type strike drone by Ukrainian private defense firm Ramzan, the RZ-500, allegedly for the first time in a biblical war. And according to Defense Express, the rotor drone is capable of carrying and launching missiles. Other accounts, including pro-Kiev ones and OSINT analysts, claimed that the object was indeed a Bear helicopter. All right. So now we know that it's not an enemy drone. So, but it seems like everybody is fine. But it was just one of those videos, and I was doing my research last night and trying to look for some information. This came out today. Now we know that it was not a Ukrainian drone. It was a Russian helicopter. All right, so, and that would have been really bad if they would have hit their own military helicopter. That would have been really bad. But again, this is where we are right now, guys. Now, Russia and Ukraine, they're still going at it. You got drones left and right. So they still going at it. And they still trying to work this cease plan, which is not looking good. It's absolutely not looking good. All right, so we're going to see what's going on here, guys. This is some really powerful stuff here. You got some of these birds. Look at the one on the right. See that? That's some amazing bird. Look at that. Jeez. Alright, so I'll try not to show too much because this platform is really strict. So once again, Persia is getting nervous. Alright, so the last video I posted, Persia, they're not backing down. They're not going to back down. They're not going to give up the nuclear stuff. They're not going to do it. And that's the reason why you have these ships out there. And that's the reason you have Centcom sounding the alarm. This is getting closer and closer, guys. I do believe that there's going to be a massive strike pretty soon. Massive. Aircraft carrier Vincent and its air wing, consisting of F-35C Lightning IIs, work alongside the USS Truman and U.S. Central Command Area of Responsibility. The U.S. also has B-2 bombers in the region. I think Persia is getting nervous. They should because they don't have no one. Again, they deploy missiles to Iraq, and those missiles could reach Europe. All right, but they need more than just Iraq. They need a lot more power. The bear said, "Sorry, Persia, I can't help you on this one. You're on your own on this one." Centcom has confirmed the arrival of the Vincent and her carrier strike group today in the Mideast, releasing side-by-side footage of flight operation involving both F-35C Lightnings II and F/A-18EF's Super Hornets, with the carrier Air Wing 2 aboard the Vincent in the Indian Ocean, as well as F/A-18E/F's with carrier Air Wing 1 aboard the USS Truman in the red hot sea. You guys notice something? It's very quiet out there. You don't hear Yemen no more. They're not firing a lot like they used to. They're not firing. Dawn already cleared them out. It took them what, almost a month. They started March 15. they started firing towards those group in Yemen. And now it's April 10th. It's been very quiet. And now, ladies and gentlemen, there's a second warship out there. Persia is very, very nervous. Very nervous. So what's next? Persia, they need to come to the round table. You're not gonna, it ain't gonna work. Now, Persia said that, again, they put out their videos. They put out those videos of the missile cities, underground missile cities. They put all that stuff out there, and yeah, now it's gonna get. Now the situation is really gonna hit the fan. All right, let me just read this one, and then we're gonna go back and see if we can find some updates about Centcom. And then again, they're the one who releasing all the information. The sleeping giant goes after Persia oil ghost ships. Winder runs nearly 30 tankers and apparently thought no one would notice them sneaking crude around the Gulf. The Treasury just nailed him and his Indian and UAE based companies for moving oil for Persia military through sketchy ship to ship transfers. This isn't just about sanctions evasion. It's cash fueling a regime Washington says is destabilizing the region. Now, Bra's whole network is in a crosshairs. Let's go with the Holy Land really quick, and then I'm going to take you back on X. Both sides say they don't want a fight. This is Holy Land and Turkey now. Nation against nation is really building up. But their jets are flying dangerously close. The Holy Land and Turkey official just held secret talks in Azerbaijan to avoid accidental clashes in Syria, where both have active military operation. The Holy Land made it clear Turkish bases near Palmyra are a red line and won't be tolerated. This comes days after the Holy Land airstrike hit sites Turkey had just inspected before boots ever touched the ground. All right. Okay, give me a second here, guys. Now we're going to go back on X and see if we can find any more updates. Centcom is sounding the alarm here. You have a news that's coming out right now. Hopefully I don't get hit with this one here. Okay, so I have to use that this picture here. Holy Land fears Donald may cut Merok nuke deal impede the Holy Land ability to strike Persia. Alright, I don't know what's going on with that one there. Give me a second. I will read that news article, but let me just see if there's any more information here. Sorry, guys. I'm still looking for some more updates. Okay, so far I think this is all of it. I want to take you to that news article really quick. Hold on, give me a second here. Diego Garcia. What's going on with Diego Garcia? Satellite image of the Diego Garcia military base shows 6 American B-2 bombers ready to go, which is nearly half their active fleet of B-2s. Wow, they got 6 B-2. Hold on. Wait a minute. So yeah, So they have 6 of the B-2 Spirits and KC-135 straddle tankers. Okay, give me a second here, guys. This is the one right here. The Boeing KC-135 Stratotanker is a military area refueling tanker aircraft, a modified version of the Boeing 707 that has been the core area refueling capability for the U.S. Air Force for over 50 years. Okay, so you have 6 of them out there. You have 6 of those out there. All right. And then you have 6 of this one here. And you have 6 of this one. The B-2 Spirit. Wow. Okay, so they're out there along with Vincent and Truman. This thing is going to be used pretty soon if Persia does not come to the round table or dialogue with the U.S. and basically dismantling their nuclear facility. I don't think Persia is going to dismantle the nuclear facility. I don't see that happening, guys. But I do see something taking place pretty soon. The Mideast is going to be hot. Okay, so we have a news. Give me a second here. I want to read this really quick. There is a real danger that the sleeping giant leader, Donald, could agree to a mediocre nuclear deal with Persia. Multiple top Holy Land sources have told the news. If Donald does agree to such a deal, some of the sources are deeply concerned that the president may circumscribe the Holy Land military current unique opportunity to strike Persia. Now, Holy Land had a special window to strike Persia nuclear program. Now, top Holy Land officials have said since October 26 that there was a special window for the Air Force to strike Persia nuclear program since Holy Land fighter jets had eliminated all of its S-300 anti-aircraft missile system. That's true, but according to Persia, not all of it was destroyed. While Persia still has weaker anti-aircraft system, they are presumed to be no match for the Air Force's advanced fighter jets, which in any event bested the S-300 system in October. In addition, the Holy Land officials have noted that currently neither Hezbollah nor who are serious retaliatory threat for Persia against Holy Land, given that both advisories are themselves severely weakened. For months, there have been high hopes from top Holy Land officials that Donald would greenlight a major Holy Land airstrike on the Persian nuclear program, potentially even in the earlier months of 2025 that have already passed. Given the Persians' known negotiating position and Donald's own mixed statement, ranging from opening the gates of hell on Persia to pushing hard for a deal, some Holy Land sources believe that Donald's readiness to negotiate now makes a mediocre deal more likely. Now, I heard something, again, this is just, I don't know if it's accurate, but I did read the information earlier today. Donald might give Persia some equipment, some very powerful equipment if they dismantle the nuclear. So Donald might give them some, who knows, some very powerful missiles. Because Persia said they need nukes to protect themselves. And so they can't trust the Holy Land. They say Holy Land has nukes. How come we can't have them? So I think, again, information is coming out that Donald possibly could give them some missile, but Persia needs to get rid of their nuclear stuff. Other sources are still optimistic that behind the scenes, Donald understands that a deal will not solve the Persian nuclear problem and that Holy Land airstrike will eventually be necessary, or that somehow he will intimidate the Persian into a much better deal, much better nuclear deal than the 2015 that was under Barack. All right, so virtually all sources agree that there will be major developments over the course of April on the nuclear file, though it is possible that having a final understanding of the direction of Donald, Persia policy could extend into the summer. England, Germany, and France have given Persia a June deadline for progress on a nuclear standoff before they would be ready to invoke global snapback sanctions under the 2015 Persian nuclear deal. My gut tells me that Donald is going to extend this for possibly another 60 days. I have that strong feeling. The Holy Land is not going to be pleased. They're not going to be pleased with Donald. But my gut tells me that Donald is going to give another 60 days. The Holy Land is going to be like, you need to strike now before it's too late. Donald is saying, look, man, I got Yemen in my back pocket. You got those Looney Tunes in your area in your back pocket. We keeping an eye on Persia. They're not going to be firing nothing. So let's kind of work things out. I know you guys want to hit them hard, but let's talk this again. Let's give it another 60 days. Donald has not been discussing that possibility as much, but it is known that he likes sanctions as he doesn't really like sanctions. He has no other choice than to slap these nations with sanctions. All right, so given that much of his first term, Persia policy was based on sanctions. Negotiations between Persia and the US are due to start this Saturday in Oman, though the sides are still fighting over whether the negotiator will be direct or indirect, with Oman as a mediator. Now, the last serious nuclear negotiation between Persia and the sleeping giant and any mediators took place in late 2023, and you guys know what happened in October in the Holy Land. All right, so that's where we at right now, guys. That is where we at. Centcom is sounding the alarm. The Holy Land is putting out the information. There's a possibility Donald might, kind of have a little change of heart, which I doubt it. But again, Donald, he would give another chance. He gave many nations a chance when it came to tariff. I do believe he might give a chance to Persia. I'm giving you another possibly 30 days or something like that. Figure it out or we will strike. All right, guys, so this is all the information here. Again, I'm going to keep you updated with all these news here. I got another video coming up. Notifications will not be sent out. I repeat, notifications will not be sent out for this channel. Again, YouTube only sends out 3 notifications per day, which if only they had the unlimited, that would be so nice. All right, so anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get to access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about in this platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.